unlike today, we could see them being punished. We could see police. They were even at the forefront on the street. The likes of Diki Mwananzeki could go to the street na walipigwa sana. Wengine hata huwa wanaonyesha, and these some of which iliwafanya wapelekwe mpaka Nyayo House for the torture. The famous Nyayo House. Some of them were tortured there because of fighting for or pushing for multi-party democracy. That as it may, as it were, after managing to force the government or to force Moi to cede to the ground, to cede to the demands, we are where we are. Raila was part of it. They included the politicians. Some of them were Raila, Odinga, and Matiba of then. So they fought, and this is what we are now enjoying. Remember then it was even difficult for Kenyans to express themselves. The moment you are found to talking ill about the government, you are told that even the walls have ears. That was the saying then, that hata kuta zina masikio. You don't have to speak ill about the government and the Moi's government then. But I'm very happy that with the achievement, all the fight, all the then clergies and politicians fought and brought forth for us is what we are now enjoying at the moment. With the culmination of the 2010 Constitution. There is that freedom of expression, as we do enjoy. Picketing is there, and this is what we must fight for, to try and defend, protect. Some of them, if we let some of these politicians continue with the way they are attacking those who are the voice, who appears as a voice of the people, definitely where we'll be going back to those dark days whereby people could not speak. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have to keep encouraging, and the clergies, telling them that they are speaking for Kenyans. We have to continue encouraging the opposition that they are speaking for Kenyans. We have to speak for everybody who is the Peter for giving us this platform. We are all expressing our views. We are all giving out our opinion. We are telling the world that this is what is hurting us. This is what is hurting the humanity. This is what is affecting Kenyans. You can, I understand that even the diaspora, those who went out to get good, to seek for green pasture and probably come back to invest in their homeland. We are telling them that even as you remit your income back home, remember things are going south. It is not that good. Kenya is about to be auctioned, and probably if you have been saving your money in a bank, it might be detained, and you might not be having access as you may require. You might, in a few, be required to seek authority from the bank so that you can be able to access the money that belongs to you. So what the clergies are doing is actually the aspiration of all of us and every one of us across the board. You talked about the effect of employees when the introduction of 1.5% housing levy, that one affected the employers. If you have, for instance, 1,000 employees, and you have to pay them probably, let's say, gross income of 30,000. If you compute 1.5% per every employee, that translates to about 450 Kenya shillings. If you have about 1,000 employees, let's say, as a company, you'll have to remit every month to the government 450,000 money, which has been introduced to you without your knowledge, without your consent. It has been forced to you. So these are some of the issues that are bedeviling Kenya. These are some of the things that we are saying that they cannot be pushed down our throat. We are saying that, yes, as we might be willing to pay taxes, as we might be willing to chip in terms of building our nation, then we have to, again, see where our monies are going. When we are told that we don't have monies to settle the NHIF dues that were accrued then, and this government, when it was coming to place, they told us that they are coming to correct the ills that were in previous government, and now they are telling us that they cannot because of the ills, the debt that was left to them by the previous government. Then what was it that they were coming to correct? Yes, was this not part of it? It is, they were brought into place, they were brought into office in guise of pretense. They were brought into place out of sympathy, and they would like to continue seeking for this sympathy as times goes. Miaka inaenda, we are now 2 years down the line. 2 years down the line, actually we are in the third year, yet there is no tangible project, tangible, project that you can be able to accredit this government to. It is that worse. So that is why we are saying that we must continue calling out this government and tell it that even as they attack the bishop, remember, if I may jog your memory, a few weeks ago, before yesterday, we saw the what do you call them? The evangelist, the evangelist of what we call streamline, it's running away. But the evangelist, we saw them when they were trying to call out the government and telling the government that they are not doing well. This is a government of fight. What followed later is that they, in fact, threatened evangelists and told them that they have to be reporting to OCSs and the area chiefs for any sermon that they are preparing for every Sunday. That is part of what we are referring to, gagging clergies and gagging church leaders. What is now making this government so bitter about our bishops from Catholics is, one, they have no control to them. They have no control. They don't have hand in terms of the projects that are happening in their churches. They don't invite them. Catholics don't invite them for harabis unlike other churches, the local churches that we have. Number two is that these clergies control a huge number of Kenyans, a huge electoral constituents, and they are aware that if the same happen, again, it's going to be very difficult for them when it comes to 2027. They know very well that it's going to be an uphill, and once the masses turn against them, especially led by the church, it will be an uphill for them. So they are aware that, again, the church has discredited them, having said that they are the one who brought and prayed them into office. The moment the church is now withdrawing the support, this whole system of governance is now becoming an isolated rot, and that is why they cannot sit pretty as they watch the church and yes, the church body exposing them and telling them the truth. I will still say that if they owe hospitals that belongs to churches money, let them not come here as a government and tell us that they are doing so because of the business that they are doing the government. They are the one who empaneled those hospitals who belongs to churches. They should pay them. That is a service that was offered to them. Yes, let them not come out here and cry, win like you and me, a commoner. They have that instrument of power. Ruto, I think today said that some of these clergies, some of them are not enlightened enough. You see, I don't know how he managed to measure the quality of the education. And that is something that is actually bedeviling this nation, where you degrade and derogate other people because you have you know you have some you think that you are more educated than them. You think that you have you can say everything. I mean, you are the Mr. Know Everything. You know, you cannot wait to be given instruction. And not even instruction, but advice. You cannot listen to other people's opinion. So if that is the case, then you are not the right person to be on that office, which is which is supposed to be held with utmost respect. So, as a concerned Kenyan, I would like to say clear, and I would like to state categorically that the attack on the clergymen was uncalled for. It wasn't even, it was just one letter signed by over 28 clergies. But you see, the response and attack from all sectors and corners of the government is uncalled for. It's demeaning to the side of the government. That is not the way to react. It's not the way to act. The government should always be proactive, not reactionary. Let them solve the issues that are affecting our comrades in university. Let them solve the evils which they are referring to teething problem. I don't think teething problem, because even this she and sha is yet to be born. They forced the birth of she and sha. They could have given it time. How did it develop to that extent of having teeth? So there is no teething problem here. We are dealing with something that ought not to be even here. Let the government stop pretending and hiding behind blame game and telling us every time that whenever there is an issue, it is the former. It is the former. It is where were they before? That is not the way to solve the problems that are affecting us. Tell us that, yes, we have heard you. This is what we are doing. Yes, that is not what the government is doing. So, my dear
One
comrade,
minute, normal.
my dear comrade and Kenyans, we have a serious task ahead of us on when is the date? Next week, we must occupy Parliament so that we can be able to send that message and tell these gentlemen that and women that we are completely disgruntled, we are completely discontented, and we are dissatisfied with their service, the work that we sent them to to those offices do for us Kenyans is completely below par, and we need to tell them that they need to resign and let the rightful owners of those offices occupy the office, and that is the sovereignty of these people, who is the Kenyan people, the Kenyan people. Thank you.